Hello and welcome to Steve's Vintage Model Builds. Thanks to all my subscribers and returning viewers and new viewers. I appreciate everybody's time. As I always say, I know it's valuable and I appreciate any of it that you spend with me. Hope you find it enjoyable and informative and a bit of fun. So, got a short review today of a small kit. This is actually a redo. I've been having some problems with the audio on the channel here, or on my device. Excuse me. I seem to have got it fixed, and so here we go. Here we are again. Couple quick things before we go through. I wanted to bring to your attention the Facebook, not YouTube, Facebook page, Ice Queens Scale Models. And it was Zinzan Scale Modeling who mentioned it in one of his videos. And they have a great little group there. I just joined, and although, like Groucho Marx used to say, I don't know if I want to belong to a club that would have me as a member. Nyuk, nyuk, nyuk. But anyways, yeah, they seem to be a great group. There's some, from what I've seen, there's some outstanding modeling and modelers there. I think there's even a couple people on there who frequent Peter Oxley's channel. And they've got a few things going on. Right now, there's a group build of helicopter, any scale, any helicopter, as long as it has rotors or spinny thingies, as Sue at the channel says. Yeah, and that's going on till June. And also, they're organizing, or being organized, is a memorial and tribute for Terry Sr. at Hobby Barn, who passed away recently. You know, Terry was kind of a legend throughout the modeling community, especially those who do cars and trucks. And he was a good guy. You know, we're going to miss him. And there have been a lot of people who you know, want to express their feelings about that. And so, anyways, we're going to gather and do tributes and memorialize Terry from Hobby Barn. I'll have a couple things in there. The 1940 Ford Coupe that the build I dedicated to Terry, as well as the Atlantic 1920 125 scale, or 124 scale Mack AC truck. And when I picked up that kit, Terry had just got back from the hospital, got out of the hospital with bad news. And so, and I knew he was going to be in bed, sitting around doing nothing for quite a bit. So anyways, yeah, so we did a kit review on that kit, and we did a live stream with it so Terry could join in, and we had some fun. Okay, so there's those two things, and yeah, so yeah, check out the channel there. And as far as I can tell so far, they're serious modelers who don't take themselves too seriously. So yeah, we've had a lot of fun already so far, and you see some great kits, great ideas. Okay, so now on to the subject at hand. This is an Italeri kit, number 322 on their catalog, 135 scale U.S. motorcycles. And this is boxing from, well, the kit was originally tooled in 1980, and this boxing was from 2014, and they've just labeled it D-Day Normandy 1944. I suppose there's some relevant decals or licenses or something, but you know, anybody who knows me knows I'm not that particular. You know, these are World War II motorcycles, and that's good enough for me. I'm gonna use one of them in the Studebaker Willis MB Jeep diorama, the Alaska Highway diorama, and you know, I'll find a use for the other one. Excuse me. So, got the kit from Amazon, $22, and unfortunately, the box is severely squished. So that's going to be points off on packaging. But anyways, the box art's half decent. This guy looks a lot healthier than this guy. This guy looks like he's got some dysentery problems or something. Anyways, yeah, so you get some nice detail in the forests of Europe, Normandy, whatever. And on the back, they give you two different paint schemes. There's U.S. 3rd Armored Division, Normandy 1944. Was that Patton's Division, 3rd Armored? And U.S. 1st Armored Division, Italy 1944. And on the side here, it indicates U.S. motorcycles, United States, and many of our allies used Harley Davidson motorcycles as liaison and staff vehicles. Frontline troops also employed for their military police these motorcycles to direct traffic and control troop movements. And they were used as scouts, of course, as well. And on the side here, they give you a picture of the decals. You know, there's stars and stars, license plate numbers, that kind of stuff. And then I guess they've done a little series on D-Day. I'll have to take a look out for that. Looks like there's an ambulance jeep, LCVP, and ooh, a glider. You're gonna have to take a look at that. So that looks like a lot of fun. Excuse me. I've only built, or actually tried to build, one Italeri kit. When I first got back into the hobby last in the summer of 2023, I didn't want to go diving in head first because I didn't know how good my skills would be after the heart attack and old age and all that kind of stuff, or older age. So I raided the bargain bin at my local hobby store, NRC Hobbies, here in Nanaimo. And I picked up an Italeri FW 109, 172 scale. I think it was from 1983. And yeah, it cost me $4.99. So I figured, what have I got to lose? Well, yeah. Between me and the kit, it didn't work out. Excuse me. Like I say, some of it was my fault, some of it was the kit. But you know, it was an old kit, and got me started, and showed me that I still had some skills, and I remembered some things from my teen years. And then the second kit that I attacked was this one. This is a Matchbox. I think it was from '79. Yeah, 1979. Matchbox 172 scale Mosquito. And as you can see, you know, there's silvering of the decals. But I painted this by hand, and I'm pretty proud of it. You know, after the failure of the Italeri FW 109, I'm pretty pleased with the way this turned out. Thank you very much. So, yeah, and it's been onward and upward since then. I'm having the time of my life with the hobby, so that's great. Excuse me. The only other Italeri thing I've got or had is was the 172 scale, the campsite with the fire pit, the well, 2 tents, 2 fire pits, 1 well, and I incorporated some of that into the diorama with the Airfix Vintage Classic 88mm gun and tractor. I'll put up a card. Well, I mean, I'll put up a photo of it if I can. So yeah, here we go. So yeah, they've reboxed this in 2014 as D-Day. I guess yeah, 2014. That would have been the 60th anniversary, 70th anniversary. Yeah, 70th anniversary of the Normandy invasion. Okay, and so we get the instruction booklet. We'll get to that in a minute. And as I say, this is a redo, so so this has already been opened. And we get 2 sprues. The decals are so few, I'll just show them right now. They're just stars and few division numbers and license plates, stuff like that. Excuse me. So we get 2 sprues. As far as I know, the motorbikes are the same, and it's just the figures. There's one straddling the motorcycle, and one actually sitting on the motorcycle. So, and here we've got, here, get this out of the way. It's distracting. There we go. Actually, this is what's distracting. There we go. Okay, so yeah, there we go. And so there's the parts for 1 figure and 1 motorcycle. There's some nice accessories. There's a rifle here. Everything looks really nice. Quality of the plastic seems to be pretty good. I'm not seeing any flash, even on the very small parts. And in spite of the squished box, it doesn't look like there's anything that's been bent or broken. And likewise here, same again. The second motorbike and the second figure. This is the figure straddling. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, for $22.50, I'm not expecting much, but that's $11 per bike and figure. So, nowadays they want $35–40 just for 5 figures. So that earns some value points. There we go. Excuse me. Alright, and so, yeah, here we get the 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 double-sided fold-out leaflet style. Made in Italy. And beyond what was written on the box, they give you technical details. 739 cc's. 245 kilograms. 3 gears. 23 horsepower at 4,800 RPM. Max speed 120 kilometers an hour. I guess that's about what? 70, 75, maybe 80. And tank capacity of 11.4 liters. So you could probably go a fair little ways without needing fuel. Okay, so let's take a look at the instructions here. There we go. Improve the light a little bit. Get out That's better. Give my eyes a rub. There we go. Alright, so yeah, so we've got the sprue maps, A and B, and then they give us the paint, what do you call it? I can never remember what it is. Key, the paint key. And they indicate shaded areas, parts not used. There's only one, it's a pair of binoculars, so I expect it will get used one way or another. And so we move on to step one. My experience with the Italeri is, you know, they're simple kits. The older kits are simple kits. Like many of the other European manufacturers, they've really upped their game. And Zinzan at Zinzan Scale Modeling, he's currently working on a 1/48 scale Italeri Chinook helicopter. So we're both going to be working on same helicopter for the Ice Queens group build. My first group build, so you know, I'm new to all this stuff, so you know, it's great because, you know, almost everybody in the community is so very supportive. It's a great, they're just great bunch of people. You know, there's always a few, but yeah, whatever. Okay, so most of the action here goes on in the rear, the main frame, I guess it's called. Yeah, that's what it's called, Steve, the frame. And I don't know, these are the cylinder heads. There's 2 cylinder heads. I'm not very good with automotive things, but yeah, I can't remember. Is this a pan head or a flathead? And it's not a flathead. Anyways, help me out here, guys. Maybe put down in a comment there what that is. And so it doesn't say actually what model of Harley Davidsons these are, but I'm sure it wouldn't be hard to figure it out. Do a bit of research, Steve. Come on. Come to class prepared. Gee. Okay, and so yeah, so then we've got you know, the fuel tank, and looks like the drive shaft to the gearbox. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, and then we've got the seat. All very simple, straightforward steps. And again, muffler, kickstand, saddlebags. Then we get to the front wheel, suspension, headlamps, handlebars. And I don't know what this box is, but oh, okay, I guess it's a box for stuff. Okay, oh, and here's the handlebars, and then we've got a rifle. Looks like a short barrel rifle, might even be a shotgun. And then they go over the assembly of the 2 figures. So there's the one straddling, the one sitting. They give you the colors. Haven't dealt with the Italeri figures before, but from what I saw here, they look okay. The detail was alright, not spectacular. Yeah, not spectacular, but it's there. So yeah. And then again, we have the paint scheme, this time in black and white. And they give you a little information on applying decals. They give you the various paints. And that's it. So, that's an easy afternoon build. You know, soak the parts the night before. Actually, you know, one day build. Assemble them, prime them, wait for the primer to dry, paint them up with figures. You know, you could stretch it to a weekend, I expect. But anyways, I just bought them as an accessory anyways. So, yeah, so now it's ratings time. Alright, so I'll put up a card. Sometimes they come up, sometimes they don't. I don't understand that, but there's a lot of things I don't understand. I use a 12-point rating system. There's 10 standard points, 2 points for packaging, 2 points for sprues, 3 points for parts, and 3 points for the instructions, up to in each category. Also, each category can earn a quarter bonus point for any wow factors. And then there's up to an additional 1 bonus point for value. And I can, you know, basically there's 3 considerations for value. Not, of course, the cost of the kit, although cheaper isn't necessarily better. There's the cost of the kit, the number of parts related to the cost of the kit. Is, you know, are they overcharging you for, you know, not too many parts? Or on the other hand, are there so many silly little over-engineered parts that it's going to be frustrating for you? And lastly is how much time are you going to get out of it? How much enjoyment are you going to get out of it? You know, $22 if I did both of these. You know, 8 hours over the weekend. I don't know, do the math. It's cheap. A lot cheaper than going to the movies or whatever. So, yeah, so that's it as far as that goes. So, for packaging, you know, you saw the squisheroo. Can't get around that. 1.5 points out of 2 for that. I took a full half point off. The sprues, though, were complete. There was a little or no flash. You know, I saw some seams on the figures, but you always get those, and it was nothing out of the ordinary, out of line. You got to trim that stuff up anyways. There didn't look to be any nasty molding bubbles or nubs that would be awkward, or ejection pins or ejection pin marks. It looked okay there. So, excuse me. And again, no flash, so a quarter point bonus there. So the sprues get 2.25. And for the parts, quality of plastic was good. The detail was pretty good. There weren't any warped or broken parts. The decals were adequate. And so, you know, the detail could have been better. I'm going to be mean about it and take off a quarter point. So that's 2.75. I don't know. Maybe people think sometimes I'm too generous with my ratings, but I do try to be fair and give everybody benefit of the doubt. And lastly, the instructions. You know, 2.75. Got to take a quarter point off because they were all black and white, even though they did provide color scheme here on the back. And it's olive drab is olive drab. But one of the considerations is if there's any color in the instructions, and there wasn't. So there you go. Value, though, I'm going to give it a full half point. Like I say, you're going to get plenty of enjoyment out of it, and I mean, for me, it's exactly, you know, what I was looking for. So yeah, there you go. Okay, so that brings us to a total of 10.5. 10.5 out of 12, which is a pretty good score for a reasonable kit. So yeah, so that's it for today. Keep it under 25 minutes. Again, check out the Ice Queen's Facebook page there. The only thing I ask is you keep it respectful and have fun. All right, well, thanks again, and have a great day. Bye now.